Okay, is it just me or did it feel like that episode went by so quick, and yet we had so many things going on, from Frost meeting Frieza, to the hand-holding scene, to the three gods of destruction going at it, to Yamcha being snubbed, to seeing all of the universes and their teams. Just a lot of grade A shit that I am really happy to say, because it's like, honestly, what I liked about what Super has done up until this point, from the preliminaries to this point right here, is the fact that majority, not all of them, because there were a couple stinkers here or there, but majority of the episodes, especially the past month or so, have felt like, even though yes, it kind of feels like it's in the realms of filler, it's still getting things done, still building, still setting things up. And it's not like we're walking away from this episode saying, oh my god, the entire episode was Goku putting on a fucking tracksuit or something like that. That would make me say this was garbage. But no, this episode just had a lot of content, and I'm like, yes. So for starters, let's talk about the menacing feeling of Frieza. We'll talk a little bit about that, because last review I just kind of blabbered off the mouth for the whole entire video about Frieza. But yeah, he feels so menacing, and I love it so much better than when he came in for Resurrection F. Wasn't feeling Resurrection F Frieza, but this one. And then the hand-holding scene. Whis is such a troll, and I love all the elements that Super does to have. You got the serious nature, and then you got this motherfucker that's a troll, then you got the perversion of Roshi. Just so many great things that Super does. But that right there, that was classic. Vegeta saying, really? You want me to hold this motherfucker's hand? And you could tell, I mean, it's more than apparent, because of Frieza, we're not gonna have that much teamwork. Yeah, we'll have teamwork with Tien and Krillin and Android 17 and 18, and you know, those people will have teamwork. Frieza, Goku and Vegeta because of their pride and, you know, being Saiyan warriors, and Frieza just being an evil piece of shit. We're not having teamwork. So that was pretty much apparent when they didn't even want to, and Beerus had to jump in. It felt as though Beerus and Whis, especially Beerus though, is like the fathers of this shit. They gotta run this and tell these kids, okay, act accordingly, you little fuckers. And I love it. It's great comedy in an episode that we're getting into serious stuff. And speaking of serious stuff, let's talk about something that I was kind of moaning about, and they gave us a treat, and I hope we get more of this, to see some of the gods of destruction go at it. I was like, yes, just fucking yes. To see the three of them and what they did, I was like, yes. Because I kept thinking to myself while watching this, like, we have all these gods of destruction. They look so fucking awesome. It's like we have this strength and this power, and we could see some great things. Let's see some great things. Let's see them actually in action, and not just standing around looking cool as shit. And this episode gave us a little glimpse of that, okay? We got to see the three of them going at it, busting the Kachin material arena and whatnot. I was like, alright, maybe it happened because these are gods of destruction and they are some next level power shit, so that's why. Because we spent, what, how many months of this shit getting ready? I mean, in the series this time or whatever, it's been, what, I forgot how many hours, yeah, 40 hours, 48 hours, some shit like that, to get things ready or whatever. But like, it's been months of us seeing this arenas being put together or whatever. So when they busted it, I was like, it is gods of destruction. If anybody's gonna bust that shit, let it be them, or Zeno, of course, or something like that. So I really wasn't like upset, like, oh my god, what are you doing? I was just like, yeah, the gods of destruction, bro. And just seeing them going in, I was like, can we get more of that? Can we get some more? Can we get some gods being bitter and Zeno saying, I don't give a fuck, whatever, y'all do what y'all want, and see some action? Because that was just grade A quality shit. I loved it. I love me some great pieces of action, and just seeing them going in crazy, I was like, yes, 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 yes. Let's talk about Jiren. I ain't gonna lie, for a while, I just kind of thought, his design is alright. He looks like a standard kind of alien with a fucking tracksuit on. Whatevs. Seeing him, like, Goku got problems. Yo, this universe is about to body shit, and I'm so excited for that as well, because Jiren in this episode seemed that he's essentially looking faster than Goku, and I doubt it's gonna be like what Hit does, how Hit has his own technique or whatever. It's probably gonna be something totally different, or maybe he's just fucking way faster than Goku, period. I take that too. But just seeing Jiren in this episode, and when the rocks were coming and shit, Goku was stumbling and bumbling, like, that's gonna be a hard one as well. I think a lot of the victories that our team is gonna, you know, get in this one, it's gonna have to be through strategy. It's gonna have to be through tricking motherfuckers, period. You just gotta trick them, because, like, Jiren might be, if Goku was kind of struggling with Toppo, Jiren might be way more than what Goku can even handle. We might actually see warriors that Goku and Vegeta just can't fuck with. They just can't get on that level. So seeing Jiren in this episode made me more of a believer, because up until this point I was like, yeah, maybe Jiren's strong. I mean, we know he's stronger. Toppo said he's #1 in that universe. So I was like, how far are they really gonna go with it? Okay, I fucks with it. I see what's going on here. And then let's talk again about Frieza and Frost. What's Frieza planning? Because we've seen he was trying to betray our universe. He was trying to go with another universe, Universe 9, if I'm not mistaken. And things didn't go accordingly. But you could definitely see that he's trying to do anything and everything he can to fuck shit up. And now with Frost by his side, but the thing is, Frieza's a piece of shit. Frost is a piece of shit. They will double cross each other like nothing, but I totally see Frost getting murked by Frieza, period. I see Frieza taking Frost and fucking him up and laughing as he kills him or some shit like that. Prediction there, I'm marking it right now. Frost will die, either probably not during the event, but afterwards, something along the lines of that, at the hands of Frieza, because Frieza's gonna trick this motherfucker like, Frost, you cool, whatever, but it ain't working out. And oh my gosh, when Goku went up to hit as well, because I'm trying to hit everything that I can remember that happened in this episode, because it just had a lot of really cool stuff. Champa with the little tongue out and shit, like, they put a lot of little Easter eggs of funny shit in this episode that I really appreciated it. I can understand when you're throwing in comedy again, but in also a serious aspect. And to see Roshi overcame, boobs and ass, I think it's maybe because Caulifla and Kale don't really, you know, tickle his fancy, so to speak. Maybe he likes different types of girls, because I just don't see Roshi giving it up. I don't see Roshi stopping the perversion for another 1,000 years, okay? And something that I noticed, because while I was watching the episode, I was tweeting about it, and people aren't really fucking with Caulifla. If I'm not mistaken, Caulifla is the chick with the spiky hair, because of her cockiness. I love it. She's like the female fucking Vegeta. Why the hell not wouldn't I love it? Like, people are saying, oh, she's gonna get bodied, she's gonna look stupid or whatever. Like, I'm more excited about her than female Broly, Kale, which the way they pronounce Kaylee, I almost get, you know, tempted to call her Kaylee because it's just so much easier, but whatever. Kale, like, I'm kind of more excited about her, so I'm kind of not understanding. Is it just the fandom don't like her cockiness and they think, well, she only went Super Saiyan 2, she's really not that strong? Like, I'm really curious to see why the fandom doesn't like Caulifla, because I'm like, yo, we got female Vegeta here. This is like a female Vegeta minus the killing and shit like that, even though she's a mob boss, so she probably was killing whatever, but not on the scale of what Vegeta was doing when he was conquering planets back in the day for Frieza. She just doesn't give a fuck. That's the Vegeta, like the old Vegeta. Now, Vegeta's still kind of like that, but, you know, he has softened up over the years, like earlier in the episode when, you know, he looked at Bulma and then he kind of had to calm down and put his pride to the side for a second. Like, you see, Vegeta, he's changed a little bit, but that's still kind of in him, and Caulifla embodies that. I fucks with Caulifla very heavily. I'm sorry, like, I'm not gonna go along with that hype train. Like, nah, I still fucks with Caulifla, and I hope that she does some beastly shit to prove people wrong. That, yeah, she's cocky and she got an attitude, but she's still about to fuck shit up. I guess I could see where people are saying in one small regard when she was talking about Universe 11 are weaklings. It's like, bro, you censor, you ain't sensing it right, because what the fuck do you mean? They like the strongest out there. Jiren was faster than Goku, and then she's even talking shit about Universe 7. Like, come on, stop it. Stop it. So, I get that, but I still fucks with her very heavy. I still think she's dope, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's capable of at her max. I mean, ooh, and then, of course, a little exchange between Kaba and Vegeta. Just so much great stuff in this episode. I mean, it didn't really advance completely, but we got a little demonstration of some of the Gods of Destruction's capabilities and how strong they really are. We got to see all of the teams, whatever. Honestly, for the most part, I was like, okay, some of them look cool. Universe 6, obviously, we got to see most of them already. The one that stood out to me, and I was kind of joking about them, but usually that's what happens in a game or anything. They kind of look crusty, Universe 10. They look a little crusty, and you got the flamboyant dude with the roses, but I think that's to throw us off, and I think Universe 10 is probably one of the strongest out there. I can't really remember what the scales were for the power of the mortal rankings, even though people say, oh, it's not about power. That's still a factor in there, and I wouldn't be surprised Universe 10 really bodies shit, because they look like shit, but usually the ones that look like garbage end up being incredibly strong. So that was kind of what stood out to me amongst all of them. Other than that, I mean, it was nice to see that we have everybody except one universe had like only 8 or whatever. And I mean, Universe 9, I have no hope for them. I mean, the Trio of the Danger looks like they were the top dogs and they got bodied. So Universe 9 will be probably the first ones out of their period. And Sidra, Zeno finds out what you was trying to do. You getting fucked up, bro. Like, yo, this episode, honestly, very good stuff. Very, very good. great way to enter into the, you know, tournament, because as of next episode, seemingly we're getting it started, we're getting it cracking. Yamcha getting snubbed. You always gotta snub Yamcha, come on. Yamcha's like that little dude when you rolling with the boys and he's a little bitch and you just gotta kind of snub. Okay, now I'm talking like a bully, fuck that shit. But yeah, very good episode. Really curious what you guys thought about this episode. What do you think about the gods of destruction going at it? What was your favorite moment? Was it Vegeta refusing to hold Frieza's hand? What do you think Frost and Frieza's gonna be up to? Do you believe my theory of Frieza potentially killing Frost by the end of all this and betraying him? Also, what do you think about all the teams? Any team stood out to you in particular that really wasn't focused on up until this point? And what are your thoughts and expectations? The tournament begins hopefully next week, and I'm all for it, baby. I'm excited as a motherfucker. And your overall thoughts? Honestly, very good episode yet again, especially for things that is like kind of filler in a way, people would argue, but it's getting shit done. It's moving shit along, and it's also diving into the personalities of characters, which is something DBZ itself never did. So good shit there. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.